So I heard a very interesting question on Facebook today, and this guy asked, he said, why do men have to pursue women? Why can't I be magnetizing and be a chick magnet and have women come to me? So I wanted to film a video on how to be a chick magnet, supposedly, like he was saying, and if it's even a possibility, right? The first thing that I thought when I saw this was, yeah, that would be awesome. Sure. Good luck with that being a complete chick magnet. But the question I asked to him was, what is magnetizing about you? Which I haven't seen the response yet, but that got me thinking and made me want to record this video of what is magnetizing about yourself that would make somebody want to be more attracted to you. So whether that's women or just people in general, to be the type of person that attracts people and the type of person that people want to be around, you have to have some things that are magnetizing. So I started to think a little bit more into that. What about you is above average, right? What is different than the norm, right? If you're just kind of normal person, there's nothing wrong with normal, right? Normal is normal, right? But if you want to be magnetic and have someone be attracted to you, then you need to have something that is above normal, above average. So in that case, you have to ask yourself, what is it? What is it about you that is above the average? Do you make people feel fantastic when they're around you? Do you have a great sense of humor? Do you tell very interesting stories? Are you incredibly entertaining? Do you have connections and things and resources for other people? A lot of people hang around people just because they're rich, right? Because they want to be around somebody who has resources. Everybody wants to be around somebody who's famous, right? Who has a spotlight and attention on them. You know, but those are more, superficial types of things. But you think more down to your core, right? What do you have, that is magnetic, that makes people want to be around you, right? So it could be your experience, it could be your wisdom, right? It could be that personality stuff that I mentioned, your humor, your storytelling, your entertainment, and what I mentioned before, back to how you make people feel when they're around you. I think that is of the utmost importance. I see a lot of times I'll meet somebody and I can just tell that they're just very self-centered, and they think mostly about themselves, and they don't have my best interest in mind or really care to even listen or pay attention to what's going on with me. And if that is a trait that you have, then people aren't going to want to be around you. I'm sorry, that is the killer of building a connection with somebody. So caring about somebody else and thinking about their needs as well too. Some of those things are very, very important, and they're underestimated, especially when someone's trying to give advice on how to be a chick magnet, supposedly. Another huge, massive point I wanted to make is that sometimes, actually more than sometimes, most of the times, the best things about you aren't on the surface. Think about it for a second. The way biology is, a girl can be really sexy and take pictures of her ass and have 5 million Instagram followers, right? We respond very much to sex and attractiveness on the outside when it comes to looking at women. Now, when women look at men, there's definitely, look, the outside matters. You want to take care of yourself and look good, and that is very important. But they dig a little deeper for biological reasons, right? There's more that women look for in a man than just their looks. Where men are looking for, a woman who's fit to replicate with. So you have to ask yourself, what is it about myself that is awesome, that is magnetizing, that is an attractive personality, an attractive personality characteristic. And then you have to ask yourself the question, am I displaying that? Am I putting that out there? Are people seeing this part of me? That's a very important part. I meet many guys who are so interesting and have been through so much and have so many amazing things about them, but they're very shy in sharing those things. They're very shy in telling other people around them. I fall into the same category. I mean, there's times where I will often like hold back certain things about myself and not tell people. And if you want to make an impression on someone, you want to be magnetizing, you have to put those things out there. The issue that men suffer with, especially men, a lot of people in general, but definitely men suffer with this, is that they have those good characteristics. They know they're a good person, but they don't put themselves out there. They don't display those characteristics. And because of that, they don't get the attention that they want, right? They don't get the type of women they want. They don't have the lives they want because their best characteristics are below the surface and they don't share them with people. So if there's an action tip, I want you to think about the things that make you unique. Think about those characteristics that you have that make you exceptional and are the great qualities that make you you. Write them down. Write a list of them. Write, have them all written down. Go through them, and then think about how can I start to share these with more people. Can even nowadays you could post certain things on social media. I recently, where is it? Other way. My guitar. I play a lot of guitar, and I started posting videos of me playing guitar online. People love it, and they really respect it. It's awesome. So that was an interesting thing about myself that I wanted to share. Now, it doesn't have to be something like that. It can be just your storytelling, your humor. I have friends who do improv comedy and do plays. I have friends who do dancing classes and other stuff. The point is they're active and they're putting out either learning new things and becoming more interesting, which is another important thing to do, or they're putting out those characteristics and putting out their creativity and the things that make them unique. So whether you're telling stories about yourself and about your unique experiences, whether you're displaying it on something like social media or going to actually do it and display it live in person. I have a good buddy of mine who is a fantastic public speaker and he has so much to offer. And he was telling me that he got invited to guest speak at a seminar, and he said after the seminar, people were coming up to him the entire day, telling him how amazing and how incredible he was, and how his speech inspired them. Now, if he hadn't given that speech, and he hadn't put that part of himself out there and been vulnerable, if he was walking down the street, chicks, guys, they're not going to turn their heads and say, "Oh, that guy is amazing. I want to get to know that person." That's just the way this world is, because you have to put the best parts of you out there in order to be magnetizing, in order to have that response. So I encourage you to share the best parts about you, okay? I'm doing it with this YouTube channel. I'm trying to help people out. That's my main mission, but I'm sharing my knowledge and other things with people who need it, and it feels really good to do it. So take those good things about you, share them with the world, share them with the women, and you'll start to magnetize people.